Get to it. It's just a minute past 9, and yeah, we're all in anticipation of Black Stars going up against Sudan one more time. We talked about this here, Nathaniel, after the last game. We weren't too excited by the outcome. What edge do we have going into the second leg?
Well, I'll focus on the psychological element, which I did, that day after we played the game. I guess that Fenchu will also focus a bit on tactics going into this game. Now, psychological element in the sense that we know that there is a high sense of urgency. There should be a high sense of urgency going into this game. We are at a major crossroad. The nation needs this because you look at different aspects of our national lives, and what you realize is that the performances of the Black Stars, especially when they are doing well, is a very calming element, and that is, there's evidence for all to see. We're just talking about the blissful moments of the year 2006 when Ghana qualified for her first FIFA World Cup. We've moved on years on, and the reality is that we're no more the feared 4-time African champions, because guess what? That record has been broken by the likes of Cameroon, has been broken by the likes of Egypt, of course Nigeria also finding themselves there. So that is not happening anymore, considering also the fact that these smaller nations, which in quotes, these nations like CAR, they are not your traditional everyday football nations that get the results and get the trophies, but now they're learning a great deal, and they're motivated by the fact that in everyday football terms, when we're categorizing nations that make people fear or strike fear in other people, we don't mention them. And so they come in there with that greenhorn mentality and they go all out. So today the Black Stars are supposed to exhibit what we saw in the last 15 minutes of the game that was played at the Accra Stadium. I'm not saying that we have what it takes to play that full game, because obviously we're looking at conditioning issues here. But at the end of the day, we should have it at the back of our minds that at the end of 90 minutes, if we don't have the 3 points safely in our corner, then we should be thinking of
and not you make a point, Fentu. In a game against Angola, same. In the second half, in the last minutes, we're doing everything possible to score. We eventually conceded a goal. I didn't watch that of Niger, but I saw what happened against Sudan also. So it looks like our first half, not the best. Second half, then we get into the game. But what must we do today? Nat has talked about the 15 minutes. I don't think we can play like that throughout the game. Even when we've scored first, we've gone to sleep. We saw that against Niger. What must we do? And I say what must we do because what must the coach and players do in ensuring that we're able to win? Players most importantly, because we saw the misses. And I'm not going to blame Otuado for what we experienced the last time.
Yeah. Obviously, when the team plays well, creates chances, and don't score, that's never the coach's fault, to be honest, because a coach's job is to put his team in scenarios where they are able to create chances. Now, finishing those chances is up to the players, and that's where individual quality comes in. And when you have a game like the one we had against Sudan, and we create the chances that we created and we don't score, it's hardly the coach's fault. And the last 3 games, Otuado says that we've been very unlucky. And he says that, and I probably believe him and agree with him around 75% or maybe 70%. In that I think that in the game against Angola, we played really well. We didn't deserve to lose that much in Kumasi, but we lost about 1-0. We actually played well. Angola didn't create any opportunities until they scored the goal. We had some very decent chances. We never scored. The game against Niger, I don't think we were unlucky. I think we were just clumsy and we were just too lethargic. We didn't show enough fight, and so we drew deservedly. And this game against Sudan, I mean, right from the 4th minute, we hit the crossbar. The intent was there. Take the game to the opponent. But then that momentum died. And then in the second half, the response was very good. Right from the start of the second half, Ghana played and dominated. Sudan did not have a single clear-cut opportunity. And we had enough chances to win the match. We didn't score. In this return leg, I think the psychology will be different. The psychology of both teams. More especially for Sudan than Ghana. Because surely Sudan themselves know, and Kwesi Appiah knows, that this is their opportunity to get a win. Because if they don't win, they themselves might not entirely be safe. So they're not going to play that game in Libya with the mentality of sitting back and trying to get a draw. Certainly that was the mentality in Accra on Thursday. They were under no pressure to go and attack. They were under no pressure to leave any openings behind. And the consequence was that they were so deep, leaving us to possess the ball so much, and creating the opportunities became very difficult at certain moments. And when we've created them, we've let ourselves down. I think what's going to happen is Sudan are going to come into this game playing on the front foot themselves. And I think that's where Ghana has a really good opportunity to take advantage of the openings that Sudan would leave in behind. Now, Kwesi Appiah is a very experienced coach. He would know that. But finding that balance will be a big challenge. And for me, I think Otuada has no choice. What has to happen is to go out there in this game and take the game to Sudan. And they have enough quality. In fact, they have better quality than Sudan. So they have enough quality to take the game to Sudan and create decent chances and hopefully score them. I personally think that the Black Stars have it in them to win this match in Libya.
So there's hope?
It does help. It does help that the game is in Libya. So that's basically a neutral ground.
Is there hope?
Yes. There is
No.
hope, depending on the kind of the kind of approach that we want to set up. But you finish your point.
Yeah. So I'm saying that it's not just hope. Even realistically, I think that we have enough quality to win.
We couldn't win in Accra.
We couldn't win in Accra.
Okay.
And we didn't win in Accra because we missed good chances.
So is there hope?
But there's hope.
Yeah, there's hope. And at the end of the day, it's also the way we get ourselves psyched up for this game. I keep hammering on it. Now I'm looking. We mentioned issues of playing. Combined play and also having individual brilliance. Now, for the individual brilliance element, I want to rely on the likes of Kudus Mohammed, the likes of Jordan Ayew, and I would explain why. Let's not get it twisted, because at this point, as we speak, Kudus Mohammed and Jordan Ayew have the biggest in terms of experience and in terms of matchday mentality to take this team upon their shoulders and run with them. Kudus as a player, in terms of having individual ability, has what it takes to control from the midfield, up front, right in front of the midfield, do a lot of distribution, and also hold on to the ball when need be. He has the ability to score as well, and that is what makes it even a big plus. You're looking at a Jordan Ayew who, many years ago, when we were trying to get into a final of the AFCON, took the Black Stars on his shoulders and was virtually playing the game against Zambia, who eventually won the tournament. So, like I'm saying, we've got individuals in that team who can be pushed and can be psyched up psychologically to get this job done. Now, I'm looking at inspiring stories like David Beckham, who saved England's World Cup qualification campaign when they played against Greece. We all go back to the images of that very important free kick that he struck in the 93rd minute to save the story. Yeah. These are the kinds of stories the Black Stars need to inspire themselves with. After all of this is done, we would also have to have a conversation about how we have set up our backroom staff. Because when you ask for the availability of X and Y, the explanation that you will be given is that, listen, that is Germany. Germany is advanced. They've got the financial muscle. We don't have it. So we have to make makeshift arrangements. The past few days or the past few games have brought out a very big gap when it comes to having a full-time team psychologist. And I think that is something we need to take seriously.
Okay.
Back in the final point. Back in 2006, when Ghana played at her very first World Cup, I remember having a conversation with the team psychologist, I beg your pardon, Dr. Yao Mfujo. Dr. Yao Mfujo did an exercise with Asamoah Gyan during training, a sustained exercise, and that was what led to his scoring the first goal, Ghana's first goal at the FIFA World Cup. Guess what? Asamoah Gyan himself corroborated this when I interviewed him as part of the series in building up to the 2022 FIFA World Cup. So, well, that's for later, but as we speak, the guys just need to get themselves in this positive mode and just get themselves ready to win. Because if we don't win, it's going to have so much in terms of conversations and blame games here and there.
If we don't win, we're not going to the AFCON.
Yeah, but you see, from a Ghanaian perspective, I mean, from Fentu and my perspective, we would definitely want to have the Black Stars qualify for the World Cup, because the job is more enhanced when you have your own national team to report on at the Africa Cup of Nations. There's
and
always
even
a twist.
I think we need a chance to really go, because even if we were to qualify for the AFCON, there are still some introspection that has to be done when it comes to our football. A very holistic introspection, and I think that ultimately we probably need a thought leadership on this, because there's so many things that are wrong with. Look, what's happening with the national team right now is not an isolated incident. Our under 17s are struggling, our under 20s are struggling. They got walloped 5-0 yesterday.
Thank you. Hold on,
our U23s are
minute
struggling. The league is struggling. So something is fundamentally wrong.
Hold on 1 minute.
And Kojo, the Greater Accra chairman of the Ghana Journalists Association, Charles Benon Yokai of the Graphic Communications Group, has sent this message. It's 2 lines. It says, "In Otto I trust, the Stars will win." Amen. And shall we all say an amen?
Amen. Amen. All right, Peter T is calling us from Sukura. Peter T, good morning.
Good morning, my brother. Long time no see.
Hey, you've abandoned us. It's good to have you, though.
It not be me, it be the situation.
We understand. Charlie, what's up? Black Stars.
Charlie, Black Star. Please, what time is that? Is it? They say 1 o'clock.
1 p.m. Yes.
1 p.m. Please, where is the venue?
Which country are they playing in?
Playing in Libya.
Libya.
It's the adopted ground of Sudan. Yes.
Libya.
Yes.
That reminds me of the last one with the Niger, which was played in Morocco. That was a neutral ground for all of us anyway.
Yeah.
But we couldn't make it. So what about this one? Because Kojo, I'm totally, I don't know what adjective to use here. But looking at even the recent match, the last match here in Ghana, what did we see? And I was even surprised to hear the coach that we were rather going to win away instead of winning at home. So I don't know, but we are wishing that Black Star will make it today. But looking at the disappointment in the previous matches and what it entails, I don't gather any hope right now to say whether we are winning or we are losing. But we are just praying for the best. That the best should be for Ghana to win the match. That's all.
All right. Nice one, Peter T. Thanks for calling. Let's go to Tema. Ajiman Joseph joins us. Joseph, good morning.
Uncle Joe, good morning. I hope you're doing well.
Yeah, we did inside.
Ask Nathaniel, does he have love for sports and MC or only sports?
Both. But today we are focusing on the Black Stars, so let's talk about sports.
For me, I know Black Stars can win. They will win today. But I know my take is, we shouldn't force ourselves that we should qualify for the tournament. After 2 seasons, for the past 2 AFCON qualification that we've gotten, we are not able to do better, which means we don't have a strong team. Otuado's second coming, I have a hope in him that he's building a very formidable team. Fine, Otuado has broken a record for the past 20 years or so. We didn't lose in Kumasi, so that's a bad record there. If there's another record that for the past 20-something years, we are not able to qualify for AFCON, and he also breaks the jinx, the record of about 52 years ago. We are not able to. We are able to take the cup. That one will be better than what we are hearing for now. If we are able to qualify for the next AFCON and we don't perform well and we exit in the first round, it is not better. So for me, you should give him some time to gel. But as Mr. Ato, for me, we talk about coaching, tactics, and also we talk about psychology. Why don't we talk about judo in football? Because the match we played in Accra, I mean, I could tell you for a fact that the teams were not working well for us in the spiritual realm.
Okay.
So we talk about that side too. But we win. But we shouldn't force ourselves because the moment we qualify for AFCON, then Ghanaians are looking for the cup.
All right.
Whereby the strength cannot win us the cup now.
I'm with you. All right. We'll get you an answer on the juju thing from Nathaniel in a moment. But let's talk to Isaac, who's calling us from University of Ghana. Is that Isaac James?
Yeah, my brother. How are you guys?
We are fantastic. Good morning, bro.
Yeah. In fact, I can't say it's funny, but actually is. These people came to your hometown, your backyard. You couldn't score them one, even for them to equalize. And you are saying that you are going to score them in Benghazi or wherever. Hey, are we serious at all as a nation? Please, people should guide their emotions. Anyway, Otuado hasn't done anything. He's a good coach. The players, you can see, most of them are not committed. That is our problem. So, we should, if they win, fine. It is our country. We love them. If they don't win, nothing will happen to us because we are not following them with our heart as we used to be anymore. Hey, if a lady gives you a broken heart and you go and come back again and say, trust me, will you trust me? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Isaac. This one is a divorce talk, pal. All right, Shem is in Pram. Hi, Shem. Good morning.
Hi, Kudo. Great rising. Kudos to the team.
Charlie, we did.
I get questions for the sportsmen.
Fire away.
Colours. Does it play a role in football in our jersey selection?
Colours?
If so, yeah, colours.
Okay.
If so, why is it that our colours are red, gold, and green with a black star within? But our current Black Stars use a white jersey. I don't understand the white. When did it become our national colour? It baffles me. If there's any significance of it, let's look at it because I believe it's all part of it. If it's not, we wouldn't have any correlation to say this team should wear this and represent their country. Secondly, I'm yet to see any coach, maybe the sports journalist will put me right, whose mentality is that even when you score a first goal, don't jubilate, bring the ball back to the center and let's play. I believe psychologically it builds the boys up to believe that 90 minutes only. And here's the case where during previous tournaments we've seen the case where we score and allow the people to score and all of a sudden we play with some sort of enthusiasm. If that enthusiasm really exists within us, why do we wait till we're under pressure before we always bring forth that energy or that zeal to play? I'm waiting for a coach. You're saying something?
All right. Well, thank you, Shem. All right. Now, this name is spelled Merrie. I'm going to guess Mary. Is that Mary from North Legon? Oh, seems we've lost Mary from North Legon. Call us back if you can. 0302 216 541 055 1111 997. An interesting question there about colors.
Very well. If you have a conversation with, seasoned, media practitioners like Moses Fuamwini, seasoned lawyer, a man of great experience, he believes very much in color science, okay? However, what I also believe in is that we need to subject all of these to scientific reason so that if we're serious as a nation, we need to start looking into the whole science of it. Let's conduct some proper purposive research into this and find where we stand regarding whether the white jersey does something for us. I believe that the white jersey has come to stay by default, just like the way Kumasi has become the default center for national team games because of the way the Kumasi fans receive and support the Black Stars. In the same way, let's correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that it was during the mid-2000 era or early to mid-2000 era when the Black Stars were rehashing and reorganizing themselves and trying to qualify for our very first World Cup. We started, balancing between black and white and full white.
Actually,
for some reason, we
the
became,
white jersey for the Black Stars. This is a feature that I've worked on before. The white jersey was Ghana's original jersey when the team was formed in 1959.
Oh, I see.
So even when we won the AFCON in 1963 and in 1965, the predominant color of Ghana's jerseys at the time was white.
Oh,
So Ghana only shifted to the red, gold, green from between, I think, 82 even. And then, more especially from 1990 all the way to 2005. That was when we shifted back to our red, gold, green colors. But
That's
before, in the 60s, Ghana wore white.
I see. Felix is in Kokomlemle. Hi, Felix. Good morning.
Good morning, bro.
Talk to us, bro. Yes, sir.
It is interesting that we are diagnosing why Black Star is not doing well. And there are 1,001 reasons why Black Stars is not doing well. We can't troubleshoot and see one or two problems. And we are talking about so many things. How can that be solved for Black Stars to get well? If it is not the color of the jersey we wore, it is the coach, it is selection, it is the non-commitment of some players, it is the venue where the match was played, it is juju. It is a certain politician who visited them in the camp and he brought bad luck. It is a certain lady who came to do their hair and what are we doing? We can't troubleshoot. And your colleagues, the sport guys, last week I listened to them, I think on Friday, and they are doing the same thing. It is the FA, it is so and so, it is this and that. And so there is no clear path. There is no clear path. One of your Fencho was talking about the under 20 that is not doing well, women's football that is not doing well. What has that got to do with the Black Star that we are talking about today?
Can I answer that question?
Yes, we will give answers to all our callers afterwards, but let's not take too much of his time. Oh, we've lost him. Okay, while we're waiting for the next call, Finto.
Yeah, I am very surprised he would ask that. What has the under 20 got to do with the Black Stars? That is ignoring how the national team is formed and how the talent gets to the national team. It's from youth level.
Yeah.
So when the youth football is not doing well, it affects the senior national team football. It's not rocket science. The players are young before they become old enough to play for the national teams. So it's a progression. And if you don't get that transition right, your national team will not perform.
Claude,
it's connected.
Claude is in Tema. Hi, Claude. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Kojo. How are you doing?
Yeah, not bad. Thanks for calling.
Yes, I believe strongly that Blacks to win in Libya.
Okay.
They won in Mali, which is the Malians' home ground. Libya isn't Sudan's home country, so it's a 50-50 home ground. But I think the problem with the Black Stars is with the FA and the journalists. You know, we need to be consistent. We have a coach who brings in players maybe in 2 weeks. You know, it takes a lot of time to get players to gel. So I believe that the journalists should have a little patience. The criticisms of coaches become too much, then they are changed. How many coaches have we changed within a very short time? So I believe that, look at Alex Ferguson with Manchester United, which a lot of Ghanaians are supporting. He's been with the team for a very long time and they started chalking successes. I think journalists should calm down with their criticisms because you set the agenda and then the public follows. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Claude. I think we have Mary back. Mary from North Legon. Mary, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Kojo. How are you?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
So talk to us.
So I'm wondering why you guys are still following Black Star. Look.
Should we start following the Eagles? Who else can we follow?
Kojo, I'm done with them. What happens to those days when Black Star will be playing and you see all these fans all over town on taxis, on our cars and stuff like that? What happens to those days? Don't you see these guys are not taking us serious? They are not. Look, Nat, I really admire your submissions, but this time, look, our heart is no more there. They are not serious. They are not taking us serious. They are taking us for granted. The coach is doing very well. But the guys, look, they are not ready to die for their country. Look at Morgan, what they did those days. Stephen Appiah, Larry Kingston. Look at their time. Kojo, we were ready to die for them. We supported them. But this time, look, the guys are there for their own selfish gain. Not for us. Not for the country. Kojo, I left my case. For me, I'm on leave. My fufu is on fire. Please advise people to eat.
Okay.
Yes. They should eat before the match. Because
Mary, are we invited?
Some before.
Okay.
Yes, we are eating before the match.
Thank you, Mary.
Sure.
That's good advice, actually.
You know, Kojo, it's interesting the kinds of thoughts that come, and we hear all of these things. Or it's like a cycle, or we're running in a circle. Now, let me address the last two callers. Marie says she's done. Let me assure her that she's not done. The reason why she's not done is the reason why she has picked up the phone to call us here on the show. You see, football fans will tell you, oh, we don't care about the Black Stars anymore. As we sit here, we get messages on our phones. People call us. I mean, Fentu had to go and receive a call from a good friend because there are issues that bother the people. The Black Stars is the soul of the nation. So let's start resting that thing about we don't care about the Black Stars. Did you see the stands? Did you see the images in the stands in the second half of the game, towards the end of the game? Did you see the numbers in the stands? And if anybody told you that in 2024 an Accra stadium will record those kinds of numbers, you'd believe? You wouldn't believe. So I think the fans should read. Let me just quickly run through some messages that we've received. This one is from Lawyer Paul Asimenu. He says, no, Nat, colors and branding matter. Ghana's brand is gold. We must just use it. It just gives us more identity, and white and red are colors of our colonizers, England, who call theirs the cross of St. George. Color matters, and white is a default jersey for almost all national teams. And then also the PR manager of our captain and his brother, I'm talking about the Ayew brothers, Fifi Taki, he says I should tell Winston that no condition is permanent. Also, greetings to the president of the Ghana Olympic Committee. He says that the players have to they have to approach the game with a do or die mentality, and we should be fine. Mr. Ben Nunumensa, good morning to you.
Fent.
Listen, I think we may as well beat Sudan and qualify, but we cannot refuse to address the fundamental issues in our football. And I think, I don't know if it was Clement who said that the issues are so many.
Yes.
And that is because the issues are so many. And that there is no one solution fit all approach to our football. And that it is possible that the FA has a role to play in the current malaise. That there could be a talent application issue. That there is a coaching problem. That there is a football development problem, that there is a philosophical gap. So all these things, look, it's a whole industry. And so you can't just pinpoint one thing and say, the coach, for example, we claim that the coaches were the problem. And we've used 4 coaches now from 2021 alone up until now.
Yeah, all the problem. All of them.
They have combined to win 9 matches. So if we sit there and say only coaching is the problem, how come none of them, all those changes haven't fixed the problem?
It's something to think about. Well, we'll all be watching the game together at 1 p.m. and we certainly hope for the best.
Let's be positive.